Valentine's Day is just over a week away, and it's a day I don't really like. Forced love, cheesy romantic dinners, roses that cost more than your firstborn's kidney. But what if Valentine's Day could be about you? What if it could be a reminder about looking after yourself, especially once the New Year goals have started to dwindle? Looking after yourself comes in many forms, from nutrition, fitness, posture, mobility, immunity, and mental health. And the list could go on, but first I want to share with you a story, and it's adapted from one of my favourite chiropractic doctors, Dr. James Chestnut. It's a story of the Great Lakes. In the 1970s, the North American Great Lakes fish started to die, and they began to wash up on shore with tumours. Now, the birds that ate the fish started to also produce brittle eggs and were not producing any offspring. It was becoming an ecological nightmare. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think the scientists who assessed the situation said, "Oh, you poor fishies, it must be your bad genes? I think you need some drugs and some surgery and radiation"? Well, no, not one. That would be quite illogical. The environmental scientists and biologists went straight into assessing the environment and quickly realized that the industrial toxins were causing these problems. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is that when something like this occurs in humans, we don't apply the same logic. More often than not, we often blame our parents or our grandparents for the illnesses and diseases that we acquire through our lifetimes. And then we do all these interventions like drugs and surgery, and we don't change what got us sick in the first place. Now, it's so difficult to talk about because it actually brings the responsibility back on you. Now, I don't want to make this a blame game. It's only about highlighting that the choices that you make are the most important thing determining your health and recovery. And in understanding that will help you and me to make better choices. Now, if we stop looking through the pathological and pharmaceutical lens and view it through a biology or zoology lens, we will see how humans need to proceed to not remain the sickest species on this planet. So I'm asking you, what choices are you going to make? One change at a time. Is it those postural exercises your chiropractor showed you? Or maybe adding more veggies to your meal? Or that walk you promised your partner that you would do more consistently this year? Or even not missing your chiropractic wellness checkups? Nothing happens overnight, but change that blame game lenses to self-empowered lenses. Let's take responsibility and love ourselves.